Greetings once again, fellow gaming fans. This is Small Archangel welcoming you to this episode of Ostriv. It is winter of our 4th year, so we're approaching the beginning of our 5th year. And I just want to take a moment to thank you guys for your support and also for the invaluable sort of help and tips in the comments there. Good to know that others have been struggling with the economy system as well, which I have to say is perhaps not the most complex, but certainly the most difficult to balance that I've ever encountered. Well, with employment and what have you. The two greatest sort of proponents, the two subs, the two people who have been the most vocal in the comments have been Ed Ford and Cathom, and both of them have had lots and lots useful stuff to say. And certainly you've been saying what I'm thinking myself, which is that my house rent is quite high, which it is, so I am going to take it down a bit. I am just sort of this year, so our income is great, but look, if you look at expenses outweigh our income. That is why my rents are high, because we got to try and balance that, and that is really, really difficult. But obviously we're suffering from constant households constantly have no wealth and no food, and the one is obviously related to the other, which is not great. But at the same time, you know, this kitty runs out, we're in stuck then, aren't we? So we've got chicken meat, we've got chicken eggs, so we've got lots and lots of chickens. If we could sell chickens, we'd be quids in. But one of the bits of advice I've been getting a lot of is, yeah, make sure that you don't send out messages too much, because that's actually really, really expensive. Thank you, Cathom, because it is, let's face it, and quite often messages from these other places on the map will just visit us once we've been there once, which we have. So it looks like we've got a messenger from Dahaki coming to us at the moment, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. And then, yeah, so we should probably just wait for them to visit us and do deals with them as and when. And that would probably work better. So that's what we're going to do. And then we need to attract more people to our place, which means that we really need to get these houses built. But we're getting our weaver's workshop built as well, hopefully, so that can, once that's completed, we'll have more work. Although goodness knows we've got, so oh, look at the open vacancies, 29 open vacancies. You know, we've got loads of work and nobody to do it. So in point of fact, we should probably tailor's workshop. We're going to put that on pause. And we're going to put forestry, removing trees. Well, they're removing trees, so I won't put that on pause because I'll stop removing the trees, but I will take that off pause. There we go, because we really want to prioritise building more houses and, yeah, getting more workers into the fold, really. And then I just need to remind myself to keep a close eye on who I'm employing where. There is no point having anybody working at the fishing dock during the winter. Obviously, I've taken those off. There's no point having anybody in there if we've already got the place kind of at maximum, you know, with the maximum amount of reed and thatch stored in it, which we have, as I say, with the other things as well. And we need to make sure that our forestry has got more than 2 workers in it to ensure that they can physically carry the trees away. I'm not sure if, well, this one's pretty close actually, isn't it? I don't know if it's got a sphere of influence around it. This is something else that people have said in the comments. But yeah, it could possibly, I don't know. It's not something you know about when you build a forestry, because we've got one sort of around here as well that they're clearing trees for, a new forestry to try and get rid of these trees here, because it would take a month of Sundays to click on every single one, because I want to put a bridge across there. Ultimately, that's what I would like to do, is to put a bridge across there and then start building stuff. Probably what we should do is just shove houses or, you know, something down there, and then we're going to be able to, yeah, we're going to be able, they're going to clear trees in order to do that. But I thought if we had a forestry closer to the point, that would make things rather easier. Okay, so I really don't feel like I've got the hang of this whole business whatsoever, so I'm just going to stick this on full and grit my teeth whenever the inevitable money, family out of money, stroke food spam comes up. So what we want to do, we've got the trade stations here, we've got some stuff in there, but what we really need to do, and again, thanks for the comments and hints on this one, is to sell things which are non-food related. So I'm going to take the wood, so the wheat out of there, so that the people will just take that and use it, because we want to keep our food for ourselves. Having a bit of a harvest disaster before, yeah, we know, and you know what, I don't, just as long as it's not something we don't, yeah, it's always them. Always them. Oh, nice, something's finished. Yeah, house is finished. Excellent. And family is out of food, family is out of money, blah, blah, blah. Same ones. Yeah, always the same. Always this family, always that family. Goodness knows why. I've done my level best to help them, and I'm going to ignore them. And if they move out, then maybe somebody will move in who will actually hold down a job for 2 seconds, and maybe they won't. Yeah, won't give me this trouble. Okay, so we've got our weaver's workshop, must be almost completed now as well. And then we're going to be able to move on to further sort of houses as well. Oh, it looks like we've got... Is this a visitor? Oh, no, this is a new family. Look at that. And then the cart drives off by itself, which is quite cute. Did I not get to keep it? Okay, so we've got 66 people now as well. Open vacancies have gone down to 17. Wow. Okay, so they actually came here and got a job. Lovely. So we're going to need to place some more houses as well. But what I'm thinking at the moment is maybe we should just go ahead and stick a bridge across here and then start putting houses on this side. It's not going to be very efficient is the only thing, isn't it? It's not going to be very efficient. We're going to end up with... family out of food, as long as it's the same. Yeah, it's the same ones. Honestly, these have got plenty of food in them now. Look, at least I think so. Let's see, potato chip. I don't know. It's not got very much in it, to be honest. That one. This one, potato, milk, chicken meat, fish, got potato flour, potato, chicken egg. Right, let's get this one with fish in there as well, just so that we've got the maximum amount of stuff there. We really need to get our sunflower sort of oil workshop working as well. We've got one here. We've got actually 2 people in it, but whether they're doing something, I assume, aren't they? So that will produce us some. Yeah, it's still the same ones. Okay. So yeah, that's going to produce some oil for us because apparently that's a good commodity to sell on. Oh, here we go. There's another house going up. So I'm going to put this on slower for the moment, and we're going to see if we can work out where else to put houses. As I say, I would like, because it's going to get further and further from our town centre no matter what we do, isn't it? So perhaps what we should do is place some houses behind these ones here first. So let's do that. I need to turn this around a little, don't I? There we go. There's a forestry there. Need to remove 17 trees, which isn't terrific. 16 trees, 15 trees. Okay, well, let's do that. I think I've placed that. Yes, I have. There we go. And I'll put another one, whoops, next to it there. Need to remove 12 trees. And this will get our foresters busy, won't it? There we are. And then maybe, yeah, I don't really want to be, going crazy with this and building that many houses, but at the same time it's going to take them a long time to actually build all these homes. So tailor's workshop. Now we're going to need more jobs also, so I'm going to pause these for the moment. What is this one? Forestry. That's another forestry, isn't it? So I'm going to pause those homes for the moment and then unpause this tailor's workshop. So that's presumably going to be next in the queue. But we have still got, look at that, open vacancies 27. How has that gone from 17 to, oh, it's all the building projects I've just opened up, isn't it? That's what it is. It's the building projects I've just opened up. So, but they will presumably go sort of down the queue, prioritising the first ones that appear there. Right. Let's just hit that on full speed ahead again. Now, the other thing that concerns me still is our farm, which at the moment I've decided the only safe thing to do, given it just my attempts at crop rotation just were completely failed the first time. Messenger from Dahaki is visiting now. Good. Offers salt, lime and dried fish. Demands wheat and shoes. You see, if we could make some shoes, I'm not sure if we've actually got any. I'm not sure if I can even open that up again now. I'm not even sure if I've got any wheat in here. No, because I took it out, didn't I? We have none in there, so I can't actually. It's got to be in the storehouse before we can actually sell it to them. So that is not going to happen, I think. But yeah, if we can start making clothes and shoes and storing those in our trading post, as well as selling them on our market stalls, that will be really good. So we will look to doing that in the future as well. In the meantime, yeah, more houses. Yeah, tailor's workshop. Now we're going to start farming hemp. Have I got one of these set up as a hemp farm? Yeah, as I was saying, crop rotation. Yeah, I tried doing crop rotation. It didn't work ever so well. We ended up with the same thing being planted in the fields twice running. Now that, to me, looks a bit like it needs to be fallow. So we're going to change that to fallow. There we go. And we'll just check these. Now that one doesn't look like it needs to be fallow to me. That one looks like it needs to have something in it. However, we need to, and that one's going to have wheat in it. Okay, so I'm just going to check over all of these. That one is not wanted to be fallow. Definitely not. Neither is that one. Okay, so we've got some that were fallow last year, which we definitely want to make sure are not fallow this year. So that one probably wants a fallow year. Okay, so if I default them all to fallow for the moment, and then we can get these sorted out ahead of spring because it's January already. Here we go. That one, probably should leave that one fallow. This one's not bad actually. Let's just see. You see, we could plant wheat for that one, couldn't we? Or hemp maybe, but that one takes a lot of water. This one's not got a lot of water to it. So let's plant potatoes in that one. We should be all right leaving this one. We can do hemp because hemp needs mostly water. And we have mostly water in that one. We shouldn't have to, say with that one actually, we shouldn't have to leave them, our fields fallow for 2 years running. And that one could grow hemp too. Wow, we could have loads of, but I think I will leave that one fallow. We need a fallow pasture for our, I'll have that one fallow for the moment just so we can work this out too. We need one at least fallow for putting our cows in. This is a big old field, so I'm going to put, let's see, sunflower. Well, we need wheat, don't we, for our people's food. That one is going to stay fallow. This one, let's see, sunflower. Again, we could grow a lot of hemp. By the look of it, we could grow a lot of hemp here. This one is good, so we can grow some potatoes in that one. And this one we've got set up for wheat, but actually we'd possibly be better off putting sunflowers in it. I don't think it's going to make too much difference at the moment, is it? I don't think we've got a field with sunflowers in, though, at the moment, and we do need one. So let's have sunflowers in this one. There we go, that should be all right for this year. And I will just make sure that all of our fields are appropriately set up. This one could have wheat in it, couldn't it? It could have wheat in it, and it could have potatoes in it as well, actually. So let's do that. Okay, there we go. So at least of our fields, 3 of our fields are fallow this year, which means that they should be good to pretty much plant anything at the beginning of the next sowing season. So here, let's hit that again. Our chicken population, by the look of it, continues to explode. Oh my goodness, look at them all pecking really furiously. That's giving me a mild headache looking at it. Okay, I'm going to put somebody else on in our thatchery because the thatch has gone down to 14. And obviously with building houses and buildings and things, we're going to need some thatch. Oh, look. Our tailor's workshop is right next to our weaver's workshop. So we're going to, there we go, the weaver's workshop is even. Family's out of money. Of course it is. Well, there we go. There's somebody in there. Now, our resource supply, we're going to check all the boxes there. And that, I think, is generally a good idea. It looks like we've got another family's out of money. I'm just making sure it's the same people. Yes, it's the same people. If it starts happening to the rest of my population, then I'm going to worry. So, yeah, we've got another new home. So we've got people who are unemployed. Hopefully they will not stay unemployed, given we have got 17 open vacancies, but there aren't necessarily any open vacancies right next to there we are. They're labourers. This father is unemployed as well. He's out of work too. Let me just have a little look. They're both out of work. There isn't really any work around here, of course. Now let's just have a look at our production buildings. Is there anything we don't have? A shoemaker's workshop. A shoemaker's workshop. Okay, now around here we have got a tannery. So would it not be a good idea to have a shoemaker's workshop near to here? I think that it would. I'm not sure which way around this actually wants to be. Something like this, I should think. It's only small, isn't it? There it is. That's the front of it right there. Okay, let's see, where should we put it? We could put it just straight in the middle there, and then it's easily accessible by whoever, or I could put it right next door to this warehouse. I think it's a warehouse of some sort. Let me just see. That's the tannery. Yeah, let's put it right next to the tannery. That's a good idea. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay. And I'm going to, leave that as a kind of a priority build as well. Looks like the tailor's workshop's nearly done. And we do still have lots and lots of open vacancies. And by the look of it, 0 people looking for a job. You see, that is what really troubles me, is the fact that I have people who are employed and not looking for a job. Now, there is nothing I can do to help these people if there are jobs available, but they're not actually looking for a job. They're, I know there isn't anywhere necessarily on their doorstep where they could go to work. But even so, that's hiring, you see. The windmill's not that far away. And it's only got one guy. There it has now. Oil workshop, windmill, unemployed. There we go. Okay, well, it's more difficult for a woman to get a job, of course. And at the moment, we've only got 2 workers in our farm. So, yeah. So, yes, that's always a little bit quieter during the winter months, of course. And actually, I think I might just, because I don't think they've got anything actually to do at this point, have they? Well, maybe they have. We'll keep one person in there just because, there's things, there's goods to be sort of, moved around. Now, we don't have a resource management tab here, so we can't actually tell if things are, maybe this is where we need to, rather than in here, maybe we need to set up our, what is that? Yes, it's that field there. Okay. Maybe we need to set our crop rotation in here rather than per field in the fields themselves. Whoops. Scrolling on the edge of the screen, not particularly helpful there. So yes, maybe that's where we need to sort of set our, our crop rotation there. I'm not sure. If I had a second go at this, I think I would try just setting a 4-way crop rotation straight from the get-go. Yeah, that isn't what I meant, is it? That is not what I meant. Okay. So what we should do here then is we've got potatoes first off, and then we could do hemp because that takes down the water. And then we could do, let's see, wheat, sunflowers maybe. We've got potatoes, we've got hemp. Then we could do sunflowers and then fallow. Yeah, we could do that. We can try that. And then wheat we've got on this one. And then we could do hemp after that. And then we could do, I don't know. I'm kind of, this is a little bit, speculative really. I have no idea actually if that's going to work out well or not. But those 2 fields I'll just set as a sort of an experiment really. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Well, it's spring now, or it's coming along for spring. So we're going to need to take on some more workers once the snow disappears. We're going to need some more workers in our farm. And we can do that. We're also we'll set up another farm somewhere else as well, I think, possibly across the river. Once we've gotten to that, I'll just stick that on full speed again. So we've still got, the amount of jobs fluctuates wildly, and I think a lot of it's got to do with whether things have been built or not. Now, we do have a couple of workplaces here. This one, I'm going to hire. Shoemaker's workshop would be nice, but having some more homes and having some more people in here would be good. Looks to me like our kitty is going up. Basically, if our population goes up, we have more people paying rent, which then, kind of helps. So we're just going to stick this on sort of full speed now. Oh, we've got 4 people now. Got 4 people at the farm now, so that's good. Oh, look, there goes the plough. Yay! There goes the plough. Nice one. So then the plough will go into another field. Presumably they will be able to... There go the women. Sowing the... And some guys as well, sowing the fields. We plough the fields. Oh, God, sorry. I can't sing. I really can't sing at the moment. Anyway. Another family outfit. No, it's the same family outfit. So that doesn't bother me too much. Oh, I like this ploughing business. That's great. So hopefully it will not necessarily speed production, but hopefully it will improve production, having our fields ploughed before we sow them. But it might actually slow the whole process down a bit because the fields have to be ploughed first. So I don't know really. And they've ploughed 2 fields and then stopped, which isn't terrific either. Yeah, it's the same families. Same families as usual. Can't help you guys. Really can't. Just out of interest, are you unemployed? No, you're not. You're not even unemployed. Well, you know, they're not. They're not unemployed, so there we go. Not a lot we can do. Okay, and then we've got 3 fields ploughed. This one is a fallow field, I think. That one's sunflowers. So, yeah, hopefully we can leave those to it. We've got all of our drying racks are completely empty, but of course they would be at this point in the year. And then what I want to do, I want to make a bridge. I want to do this now. I want to make a bridge across here, just sort of, let's see, places occupied. Yes, now it's not, is it? We've got houses here, I think. So actually, stalled, yeah, because there's no one to work on it, is there? So actually, what I might do is, we need to think about this because this is going to block access to the bridge unless we have the bridge kind of here, which might be the sensible thing to do. So that's probably the, oops, not government. That's probably the sensible thing to do, is to have a bridge going over there. Kabang. Oh, right. So that's obviously not, yeah, they've got to build that. So that's another building project. We've got 71 people and we've still got 19, 20 open vacancies. Oh, yes, our field's doing really well there. They're getting nicely ploughed. This one looks a little bit patchy, presumably because, oh, no, I don't know. Ploughing and sowing is oh, goody good. That's all going ahead very nicely, actually. So that's great. And the fields that are meant to be fallow are indeed fallows. That's fab. Oh, now we have a family out of money, and that's this family here. And they are working, but their wealth is now, our kitty is going up here. So this is a propitious time, I think, to look at our economy and take our rents down. Look at that. Our income this year seems to be really low, but it is only April. Expenses are huge, or were last year, but this year they seem to be less. I think I need to take down the rent a little bit more. Basic monthly wage. I don't want to go crazy with these things. I'm just going to do that for the time being and see what happens. But our problem families here, look, wealth 10.50, and we've got a bit of food going on there as well. And the same for this one. Yeah, so they're actually starting to pick up now. So hopefully we will, yeah, that rent reduction will make a big difference to our people. We've got some crops growing there now as well. And we have some textile in there now, so that perhaps means that we can try taking on somebody in our tailor's workshop, which would be great. Okay, so hopefully we haven't got anything major to worry about there, but we are, more than anything else, really suffering from, I think, actually, that might be stalled because we need perhaps more people to get rid of trees. Does it need any more trees? No, I don't think it does, actually. We have a visitor from Marefa. Well, they'll probably want something that we probably don't actually have. No, I'm going to keep just 2 guys on there. Marefa offers hemp, wheat, live chicken, demands sunflower oil. Now, I don't have sunflower oil in my storehouse at the moment because at the moment our sunflower oil workshop is here, has 0.01 in it. You know, so that's not that great, really, is it? And that, yeah, the sunflower oil it's actually produced is gone. So I don't know if there's any sunflowers anywhere. Sunflower oil is there, so that's great. But I think we're out of sunflowers, basically. We don't have any sunflowers. Therefore, yeah, and I hope we're growing some this year. I hope I haven't forgotten to plant some. No, we have a field of sunflowers growing there, so that's fab. That's great. And this one's growing wheat. I'm presuming this is growing wheat. I'm presuming it's growing. Yeah, that looks like wheat to me. Great. Okay, so maybe our little experiment in crop rotation will actually work this time. Hopefully. Yeah, that looks like potatoes. Excellent. Good. Phew. All right. So, oh, look at that. There's nobody working in the boatyard now. In the fishery, that rather. Where the heck have they gone? They've just decided to disappear. Oh, and this one's out of money now as well. Oh, good Lord. She's unemployed, but he's working in the tailors. Clothes 1.3. Nice. Okay, well, let's change one of our stalls. The edge scrolling. I kind of wish there was an option to turn it off, actually, because it's a little bit annoying. Let's change one of our stalls here to not provide food. I just need to make sure we've got all the foodstuffs accounted for, and the others were potato, chicken, egg, flour, and fish. That one's got potato, fish. That one's got... No, it hasn't. Okay, this one needs chicken, eggs then. And that one's got potato, flour, chicken, egg, and fish. I think they're fine. Okay. Or maybe we should set up a new one. No, I don't really want to do that. What I really want to do is... This one's got in it fish and potato and chicken, eggs. So it doesn't have flour. So we'll get rid of that. I will put in here sunflower oil. Okay, and then one of these ones has got potato, chicken, egg, fish. It hasn't got milk, so instead of milk, I'll put in clothes. There we go. And then this one, fish, milk, chicken, egg, and flour. And we have flour, milk, potato. It doesn't have any chicken eggs, so let's see. Clothes, shoes. Let's just set that up to sell shoes when we finally have some shoes. There we go. Our shoemakers is not actually yet completed, of course. Let's just stick that on full speed again. This is kind of hard. I do find this game really quite challenging. And that is going to stay stalled until there are some workers available to do other things, I think. And yeah, we're not going to get any more people in our population until that house is finished as well. So I'm going to probably have to free up some workers from elsewhere. But yes, at the moment, they're kind of working on this and on our bridge. Now, at the moment, I'm going to put our bridge on pause because that is not that important. It's this family again. There we go. Well, let's see. Are you employed? They are both employed now, so that should improve. And then this family. Now, that's a different family that's out of money now. Okay. Do we have to lower our rent a little bit more? We perhaps do. Let's take it down to 80 and see what happens. Because we can't have all of our people ending up with no money. That would be rubbish. Okay, their wealth is going up. But then, of course, they have to spend money on produce and goods as well. So maybe the other thing we should do to help them out is take our market goods price down a little way as well. Okay, I want to see. Family's out of food. This one's out of food. They haven't got much in the way of wealth either, but it is on the up. Family is out of money. This one, oh my word. Yeah, I think I have been charging them too much in rent and things, but I'm hoping things are going to improve now because I have, in point of fact, taken down the rent and the price of all of the goods and things as well, because I think this, yeah, our economy is looking pretty good now. Yeah, we are suffering from sort of more widespread poverty now, which is all my fault. It's all my fault. I'm a terrible governor. I take the blame, governor. It was me. Okay, so hopefully this is all going to balance itself out ultimately, and at least we're getting a halfway decent harvest this year. We're going to get plenty of hemp. And hopefully sunflowers as well. So hopefully we're going to be able to, get some more money coming into our economy via our ability to produce shoes and clothes in future as well. We do have 2 guys working in our boatyard, which is good. Our fishery, because we want to be able to produce food. Oh, look, they're out of money now as well. Oh, my word. Completely crazy. Okay, so, yeah, we've got a lot of people struggling from a lack of cash. We have a messenger from the Haki visiting, who they want wheat and shoes, and at the moment we just don't have those things to sell. So what we're going to have to do is add those to our list here of things we want to put in there, but we want to make sure that our people have access to them first, I think, and then we'll see if we can sell them. But for the time being, folks, we're going to leave our people unable to build houses because there's not enough of them. Oh, there we go. You see, they've got to take trees out first. That's why that's been stalled, I think. And these ones are also where, unfortunately, they have to take out a load of trees first. So that is the problem with that one, I think. And yeah, as for out of money and things, well, they've got plenty. They've got a long commute if they're building houses down here, is all I can say. So perhaps what we need to do, we've got those houses on pause. Perhaps what we need to do is, we're getting trees removed from that area. Maybe what we need to do actually is put a house, another house kind of here. I actually want it to be not over the place where people are using as a road, so I might just have to put it there like that, and I might actually face it the other way, possibly into the center like that. I don't know, does it make that much odds really? Probably not. Let's just put that there. Okay, and we'll have that house not yeah, it's not, it won't need to stall, that one, because it doesn't require trees to be chopped down first. That gives our foresters time to remove the trees from the other two sites. Fabulous. Okay, so hopefully our poverty problems will be alleviated with the lowered rents and lowered food prices. But I think we need more people in the population because we suffer from a constant lack of workers to do available jobs. And you always kind of need a little bit of slack in the population somehow to do the construction jobs that need to be done as well. And there's always more jobs we can open up by employing more people in each of our working buildings too. So we're going to leave this episode here, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let me know by hitting that like button. Also, as ever, yeah, got any hints and tips? I need them. Keep them coming in. And I hope you'll join me next time we play Ostriv or anything else on the channel. Until then, keep gaming, stay happy, and families out money. Bye bye for now.